Hi, this is Nitya with Nitya Living, giving you an astrology update for the month of October. And I just recently posted on the Nitya Living YouTube channel a foreboding looking at the astrology for the United States and for President Biden going into specifically December and January of 2021. But before we get to there, we have this month of October to still look at. And looking first that we are in this year of the ox. And the ox is yin earth. It's so much like the farmer. I have had this image in my mind all year of this ox head down, the weight on his back, on her back, pulling the weight of the world, step by step, plodding forward, hard work, don't give up, keep going, keep going. Not a lot of time for a party, not a lot of time for play, just sticking to what is our day-to-day task and getting through it as best we can. I hear this from especially a lot of parents. It's an overwhelming time. And part of the overwhelm is it feels like there isn't a break, right? There are 4 animals in the Chinese zodiac that are earth element animals, and that is the ox, the dragon, the sheep, and the dog. And they are peppered all through the 12 months of the year. Now, the ox and the sheep are yin earth, the dragon and the dog are yang earth. What's the difference? Well, yin earth is like sand. It's like the beach, the desert, the very earth herself, where you plant your flowers, where we plant our crops. And yang earth is more like a mountain, big, big, heavy energy, big boulders, right? So when we think of earthquakes, we think of yang earth. When we think of like a mudslide, that's more yin earth. So this month of October is the month of the dog. Now, the earth animals do not get along very well. It is a lot like headbutting, okay? And it is very much like earth colliding with earth, especially, let's just say if you have all 3 or 4 of these animals in your astrology chart, you have a very conflicted life. It is not an easy life. It is a very difficult one. And even having 1 or 2 or 2 animals, especially something like an ox and a dog in your chart, can suggest a lot of conflict depending on where they fall in your chart. So anyone that's born on the day or year of the dog is going to really feel throughout this year of the ox a lot of conflict. And the conflict typically tends to be family related. It could be like a family member dies and everybody's fighting for the inheritance or the property, things like that. This month, it's kind of like this big collision, partly because, and I mentioned this again in the previous video that I posted, that the United States is born on the day of the ox. So when you have the annual animal the same as your day animal in your own chart, it is like a direct hit. It's boom! I myself am born on the day of the ox, just like President Biden and just like the United States. And it is an unrelenting whack-a-mole. That's what I've been calling it. This 2021 is the year for my personal whack-a-mole, and I have asked the universe to ease up. I have had enough of running into walls and not having things go in any way, shape, or form smoothly. But life can't always be smooth. Can't always be successful. Can't always have the roses bloom, right? No. Life is cycles. Life is change. Life is growing and learning from these hardships we go through, these stresses that we go through. So, the other interesting thing about the month of October is that all the flying stars, and flying stars is a system of feng shui that is what I call complicated, really requires a professional to look at your home to fly the stars on your Bagua map, looking at all the directions, when your house was built, all of these things. And so the flying stars for October are doubled. This means that the energy coming in for the year is doubled with the monthly stars that are flying in. And this means a lot of major things can happen because there are positive stars and really not good stars. Pretty malignant, awful ones, like the Wicked Witch of the West flying in. So let's take a little deep dive into this because I'm finding all of this to get, it's like a story reaching a climax. Really hone in and hold on to that thought and watch these last few months of 2021 playing out in our world and specifically in our country, the United States. So when we look at this landscape, there are some really great energies to take advantage of. And there are some bad ones that you want to avoid at all cost. Okay? It might mean somebody's sleeping on the couch, and it's not because there's been an argument. Okay? So when we look at the center of our homes, the 6th star is there for this year and the month of October. And the 6th star is success. It is money. It's literally, you can put a picture on the wall in the center of your home that is nothing more than a pile of money. It can be that, obvious. So it could also be something like a picture of a family feasting, right? Kings and queens. What is your image of success, right? Put that on your wall. So check the blog on Nitya Living with all the specific cures that you can put in place. So when we look at the center, as long as all these things, the thing is, these energies don't just happen for you. You have to make them happen. It's like, you can look at a cake, but if you don't take the cake out of the refrigerator and slice it and serve it, nobody's eating it. It's just in the refrigerator, right? And you don't want to get 2 months down the road and go, oh, what about that cake? Can we eat it now? No, it's crusty and stale. So the 6th star is wealth. And so we want to look at activating that wealth with earth elements, because the earth nourishes metal, and also metal itself, which is like metal furnishings. It can be like, right now I have a gold Hodi Buddha sitting on a pile of coins. So take a look at the specific blog because it has all of this information. So we're going to move on from the center and go around to the northeast. This is my personal front door. And so here we have the 9 star, my favorite color, and the element of fire. Fire and earth go well together, so that's really cool. So 9 silk purple flowers are what I have in my northeast living room and front door area. And it's also a great place to put a vision board. This is future wealth. This is the best place to have a planning session, a boardroom where people meet to come up with ideas for the future. It is not where you are implementing or rolling anything out. It's where dreams are made, okay? So really exciting area. It's also a great place for meditation and spiritual work to connect with the higher the higher spirits and higher ones out there. When we then move over to the east, which is my bedroom, this is a wonderful, yummy energy this year. The 4-star is one of our sexy areas of the year. It is romance. It's also a great place to have your child face the east direction or study in the east direction. If your classroom is in the east, I guarantee your students are going to be doing better than some of the others in the other rooms of your school. So the east is vibrant for study, for education, for wisdom, for love and romance. Great place to set up a love altar. Details in the blog. And also another great cure, 4 stalks of lucky bamboo. Then we come to the worst energy of the year. And you have to also remember, look at the southeast of the United States and watch out. Seriously, watch out. The 5-star is the most violent, volatile, horrific energy. My prediction, I would say we have a hurricane, tornado, massive storm, domestic terrorism, something sudden and horrific could hit the southeast of the United States in October. And October begins on the 8th, which I believe is next Friday from when I am making this video. Friday the 8th is the first day of the month of October, and that runs until November 7th. So there you go. Watch that area and take heed there. So this is an area where you want no noise. Now remember, again, just because an area is funky doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be bad, right? So if we keep it dark, if we drop the blinds, if we close the door, if we do no construction, no banging, no big noises outside or inside in that area, we evacuate it. This is where I'm talking about you might need to be sleeping on the couch. You might have survived so far having a bedroom or an office in the 5-star without getting sick, having bankruptcy, death, cancer, or other horrible things happen to you. But this month is going to test anybody that is activating the southeast corner of their home, office, or our country. It is a beehive that is angry. So, you want to poke it? Or do you want to say, Om Shanti, we'll see you later. I'm going to leave you alone now. Yeah, that's my guest room. Blinds dropped, door closed, nobody going in there. Very good. Okay. If this happens to be your front door, use another entrance. If you can't, put a bagua mirror on the front door to deflect the energy, and you put the mirror on the outside of the door. I've had people actually have them on the inside. No. On the outside of your front door, facing out into the street, the road, whatever. And then flanking either your front steps, 2 gold foo dogs. Very quiet. No loud sounds. Moving on. The south, which is fire. We have the 1-star, which is water. Now, the 1-star is also awesome. The 1-star is success of all kinds. It's another great place for students to study or to have your office. It also, the 1-star creates the peach blossom of romance. Another sexy area is the south. And again, you know, when things get sizzling, they get steamy. So sexy might be in order. But the 1 star being water and the south being big fire, we want to mitigate that with wood. And that can be the colors of green, lush plants, floral patterns, stripes, and leafy designs, okay? So that's another great area. The 3 star in the southwest is pretty funky. It's kind of like you pick. You want a 3-year-old who hasn't had a nap and is super cranky and on the verge of a major tantrum, or would you like the 14-year-old who can't find their cell phone? That's like the 3 star. It is in the southwest, which is earth, and the 3 star is wood. So then the 3 star is already weak. So it's kind of like suppressed to begin with, but when this thing rages, it's nasty. It's bankruptcy. It's robbery. It's mental anguish. It's fighting. It's gossip. It's nasty. So we add fire, and the fire drains the wood. Just like when you put wood on a fire, the wood kind of pretty much goes away, right? It transforms into earth. So adding fire elements into the southwest is where what we want to be doing. Another great area is the west, which has the 8 star. That's my back door. So I've got good energy at the front door and the back door in October. With the 8 star is cha-ching, big money. Money, 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 money. So having 8 Chinese coins hanging from your door, your window, having 8 yellow silk flowers in an earthy vase, awesome. Keep this area active, bright, and light. Colors of yellow, colors of earth, earthy materials. Nothing that's watery, nothing that's woody, nothing green or blue, okay? The northwest is another really bad spot. And I would say the east, northwest, and the north are the worst areas for October. Not a place to travel to, not an area of your home or office you want to go anywhere near. The 7 star is fire, it's robbery, backstabbing, surgery, bankruptcy, a fall from fame. It's like walking into the playground and all the kids have their dukes up. They're ready for the fight. I say I'm out of there. Go play by myself, thanks. Also, the northwest is where the dog hangs out, and it's the month of the dog. Need I say any more? Yeah. So expect a lot of conflict that can turn deadly. If it's a kitchen, cover the burners with cookie sheets. If this is your front door, put a bagua mirror and the food dogs in place. This is where you want to drain the 7 star with water, not actual water, but like the colors of blue and black, deep, deep purple. Yeah. The 2 star, like I said, is in the north. The 2 star is sickness. It's stomach ailments. It's food poisoning. It's choking hazards. It's a really terrible place if that happens to be, the north happens to be a kitchen or an area where people eat. For me, that's my dining room. Easy to leave that. I can eat somewhere else. But it's a choking hazard. So you want to take a real close look at this area. It's also a horrible place for a bedroom or a front door, the north. So putting in place all the right cures. If it's a front door, we've got that bagua mirror, the food dogs again. If it's a bedroom or a front door, try to use alternative places to sleep, alternative front doors to use to enter your home. It can, I mean, I remember one year at a house I lived in, I had used the back door all year and it required walking all the way around the house, sometimes trudging through mud. It was not fun. My family wasn't happy with me, but honest to God, sometimes we have to do these things to ensure our safety and our welfare. And everybody was pretty much on board, recognizing these were the sacrifices we were making in order to stay safe. There you go. So, all this being said, again, check out Nitya Living's blog for details about all of this. I think that this month of October really brings to a bit of a climax in our year of the ox, with this conflicting, powerful energy moving in. And as we move into November, there might be a little bit of a relief felt, but then we're going to ramp up. Something more is happening for our country that could impact our president or vice versa. And yeah. Also, another thing I want to say before I wrap up. Remember the forecast that I gave at the beginning of the year? It's a horrible time for investing. A horrible time to start any big projects like opening a new store, opening a business, investing in any way. Hold on to your money. Stay close to home. Mask up. Keep your gatherings small. And stay focused on the task at hand, day by day. And I have all kinds of more positive news coming into 2022. Big shift. See you later. Be well.